Hey there, thank you so much for coming back to join me for this week's Monday Must-Haves. So, I wanted to show you how I am doing my foundation during the summertime. It's completely adjustable. You can do light, medium, or full coverage. It's long-lasting, doesn't look cakey, and you also get SPF protection. And of course, it's all drugstore. So, if you'd like to see my new summer foundation routine, all that kind of stuff, then please keep on watching. All right, so my skin is clean. So yeah, I just washed my face. That is it. And I wanna go ahead and show you how I'm doing this. So first thing I'm using is my Eucerin Daily Protection SPF 30. You can definitely bump up the SPF, but really, really good stuff. And I'm making my own tinted moisturizer, basically. I've been really enjoying the Maybelline Superstay Activewear. This stuff is really, really good. I have tried mixing other foundations with this. I would definitely recommend if you already have an SPF that you like and you want to try making your own tinted moisturizer, definitely try a little bit, try mixing it and applying it to like a little patch test just to see if they are going to mesh well together. Both of these are oil-free, which is good. Sometimes if you have something that is water-based, oil-based, sometimes they don't want to mix. Well, pretty much all the time they don't want to mix. So make sure that you're kind of testing it out before applying it and leaving your house, because it can separate and it can look really, really bad. But all the foundations I'm mixing with my Eucerin is oil-free, as well as this. So you want like to mix water-based with water-based, oil-based with oil-based, if that makes sense. Okay, so just have my Eucerin, and I do about 1.5 pumps just because you do need quite a bit of sunscreen on your face to actually get the protection. So, chic, chic, chic. And then I'm gonna do a pump of the foundation. Sorry, it's probably gonna squirt everywhere. No, maybe like 1.5 pumps. So that's my mixture. Sorry, it is 6 in the morning, so I'm having to use my ring light. I do have my blinds open, but it's just not light enough. So I have my mixture, and I'm gonna just go ahead and mix it. And this is what we're getting. So we're getting a tinted moisturizer. This is the best part, watch this. So you just mix it, and then I just apply it with my hands. I feel like that girl on TikTok, the one that wears way too much foundation, you know what I mean? Okay, so I'll apply it everywhere, down the neck, ears, stuff like that. I'm using a different SPF like on the back of my neck and everything, but there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna let this sit for a moment. I'm gonna go wash my hands. I'm gonna go grab a makeup wipe so I can remove it from my brows and my lips. But do you see that coverage? It's beautiful. You know, I always feel like I need more coverage than I think I actually do. It is glowy, but this moisturizer SPF will settle down into the skin a little bit. But, you know, 1.5 pumps of SPF moisturizer, 1.5 pumps of foundation, and we actually have a really good coverage. I would definitely say that this is like medium. If you wanted to go a little bit lighter with the coverage, you could definitely do like a pump, 1/2 pump of foundation and go in that way. So this is completely buildable. If you want more coverage, do a little bit more foundation. I also have some other ways that I can show you. You can beef up that coverage, but I'm gonna go ahead and go wash my hands, take this out of my brows and my lips, and I'll be right back to show you the rest of it. Okay, just went and washed my hands, and I'm just taking it off my lips. I'm gonna very, very gently try to remove a little bit of this from my brows. I don't wanna really remove the SPF coverage, but I do wanna remove some of this foundation from my brows. Okay, so as you can see, it has settled down. It's only been a few minutes. Still glowy, but it's definitely not as shiny as it was. But once again, really, really nice coverage. So, okay, so this is where you can kind of start customizing again. You can definitely go in with concealer, totally up to you. You could go ahead and just powder this at this point. You could skip the powder if you have dry skin. So like I said, totally customizable. I'm gonna go ahead and do some concealer just because I do need that little bit of extra coverage underneath my eyes. But something I've noticed is I'm not using concealer on the rest of my face. So I definitely think it helps to make me look less cakey and less old. You know what I mean? The thinner or the least amount of product on the skin is gonna look the best. So make sure I blend anything out that's on my lids, because sunscreen can cause eyelid creasing just because it is a little bit more emollient. So if you do have oily eyelids, make sure you're blending it out. Okay, so here I can do two different things. So I grabbed my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder. Like I said, you could just totally go in with powder at this point, be good to go. Or you could go in with a powder foundation. I'm actually gonna do both. I'm gonna go in and set my under eyes with the L'Oreal. Most of the time, honestly, what I'm using is just powder. Just because, you know, I don't need a whole bunch of coverage. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set my under eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and just make sure I'm also putting a little bit underneath the brow. Or, I'm sorry, on top of the brow. Oh my gosh, it's so early. So just setting my lids so that way if I decide to do eyeshadow, it won't be super tacky or anything. So, okay, like I said, also setting the brows, so. Okay, so under eyes, lids, and brows are set. So at this point, like I said, go in with regular powder, be good to go, or you can go ahead and go in with a powder foundation. I'm gonna go in with my Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. This is a good powder foundation. I don't really love putting it on with, you know, the little poof, just because I feel like it can look a little heavy. I'm just gonna load my brush, gently tap it, and I'm just gently gonna start buffing this in. So we're doing a two-step thing here. We are setting it, and we're also building a little bit of coverage. Okay, so skin is set. As you can see, it's a lot less shiny. It still feels just a tiny bit tacky just because of the SPF. But this is where we're at. I'm gonna hurry up and do my brows off camera, and then we'll just finish this up. I'll be right back. All right, so I just went ahead and did my brows with the Cosmetics Brow Power Pencil. I do like that one a lot, but this is where we're looking like, or this is where we're at. So I really like this tinted moisturizer. I definitely feel like most people want a lighter feeling coverage product, and like I said, completely customizable. So even though I do have, you know, the SPF, the foundation, concealer, two different powders, it doesn't look heavy because it's not a lot of anything except for the SPF, but I'm not wearing a primer. Let me get super close here, uncomfortably close. But this is where we're looking like. I mean, really pretty coverage. It definitely still looks like skin, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Easy. Most people already have everything they need to make this. Like I said, go ahead and try mixing the foundation and the SPF together before applying it all over, just to see if it's going to mix. What's great too is if you have a foundation that's maybe a little too dark, a little too light, mixing it with your SPF will definitely help to color adjust that. This, even, I'm not tan right now, and so this is actually a little too dark for me, but with it being mixed with the SPF, it adjusts the color, it thins it out, it makes it not noticeable. So really pretty. long lasting. I do have a powder in my backpack that I use to touch up, or I gently blot. I do have combination skin. I get oily skin during the summer, but this does hold up really, really well. And I like that it's kind of a 2-in-1. My coverage and my SPF, it's fast, it's easy, but really, really pretty. What's nice is I have tried mixing it with this darker shade of the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover. I got this for $1 at my local, there we go. I got this for $1 at my local outlet. And so this is really nice for when I am like deeply self-tanned. I can just go ahead and mix this with my SPF, and even though it's a little dark, once again, it just adjusts that color. So I just wanted to show you my new summer foundation routine. Fast, easy, affordable, and like I said, you probably already have everything that you need. So anyway, there we go. I hope you did enjoy today's video. If you did, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, share it, all that jazz. Let me know down below in the comments. Do you just totally skip foundation during the summer? Do you still do full beat? I'd love to know down below in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do that. I do upload 7 days a week, all about budget beauty. It's not just about the physical beauty, it's about the inside, your home, your wallet, all sorts of stuff. So make sure that you do subscribe. But I appreciate you stopping by. Another video should start autoplaying here in a moment. It might be one of mine, it might be somebody else's, but sit back, relax, enjoy, and I'll see y'all here in just a sec.